Hello everybody, welcome back to the Daily Journal series. We're rocking it out at Old Gold Power Plant, and you'll see a couple changes that I've made to the team. It's interesting, because the two biggest changes are I've thrown two evolutions on. Now, I have hit the Master 3, apparently. I thought I was only at Master 2, but apparently I was wrong about that. So we're gonna collect that grub and incense. It looks like the Master 3 is just a visual error that says I'm Master 3 when I'm actually at Master 2. So, unless this is Master 3, it is Master 3. Okay. Which means I should have the mission now. Have a grub and incense. Which I will gladly take. I'm leveling my Quackable first and foremost. My Grubbin is a side target, or my Vikavolt, so I will always take the Grubbin incense. I could maybe save it for when there might be another event with a candy boost or something. I'm not sure when the next one's going to be, and candy now is always better than candy later if you do intend to use said Pokemon. So, got a proc on the Flareon. Now, I decided to run the Flareon for two reasons. One, I'm trying to stockpile milk. I've done a lot of heavy consideration when thinking about the upcoming Eevee event. And basically, those of you that don't know, I am a huge numbers guy. I really love to just dig into the numbers of it all. Wait a minute, my website's not loading. I like doing the numbers of it all, and I like to just see big number get bigger. And one big goal for me is always to surpass Master 20 at each island. And I've already done this for Greengrass Island. I did that during the Entei event, was when that happened at Greengrass for me. I did it at Cyan Beach during the Suicune event, interestingly enough. I almost actually did it in Greengrass way back with Raikou. But I barely missed it. I was at, like, Master 19 with, like, 200,000 left at, like, 3 a.m. And I knew I just had to go to bed, so I didn't quite make it back then. But I did an Entei event, and then in the Suicune event, I made it on Cyan. So the next target for me is Top Hollow. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've put together teams, and I could do it if I started prepping for berry bombing yesterday when I was doing all this planning. I collected enough ingredients to prep a certain meal throughout the whole week. I forced using easy travel tickets to get the right meal type. I ran a good camp ticket, and I used every single helper whistle I had stored up, plus purchased all of the ones from the store. Now, when it comes to whistles, me personally, I don't like to purchase whistles and rely on whistles, and I will never spend a diamond on a whistle because I feel like that kind of cheapens the achievement sometimes. But I feel like when you use specifically the helper whistles that you get from the daily gift and from the store, like from the Sleep Point store, I personally feel like those are deserved whistles because they're ones that you had to spend resources on that don't just come in from the real world. So I will never spend diamonds on whistles, but I'm perfectly fine using sleep points on these if I think that it can get me a goal that I'm choosing, like Master 20, basically. And I like to gun for Master 20 as fast as possible. So if we look at the calculator, this is the team that I've kind of assembled. And like I said, I could show you guys that team, but it was crazy complicated. I did a lot of math to figure out how big the berry bomb would be. I did a lot of math to figure out how powerful the whistles would be. And after all was said and done, I would only be able to make it to Master 20 on top if, at the end of this week, I easy travel ticketed there to get 5% more island boost. Next week, I went to top to get 5% more island boost to get my island boost there to 70%. I ran the good camp ticket. I forced the right meal type, which I think was desserts. I stockpiled the right ingredients and prepped a berry bomb for 10 days. If I did all those steps, then theoretically it's possible. But I was like, why bother? I can just do it at the next event. The next event that has similar boosts. and not spend literally every single resource I have on the game in the game to get Master 20 one time and then have nothing for future events. I can just do it when I have that island boost naturally, and that way I'd also be sacrificing 5% island boost at OGPP, which, as you know, I'm trying to level up right now. So I figured the cost was too high to really be worthwhile, even though I might be able to do it. And that was the thing, it was still a gamble. It wasn't a for sure thing, even with all of that taken into account. So, what am I looking at for a team for the actual event? Well, after doing all my planning, I believe this is what it came out to be. Interestingly enough, Entei, Gengar, 2 Raichus. Now, I'm kind of debating between Top Hollow and Old Gold Power Plant. I am set on using the Entei. I just got the Entei to skill level 6, and it's a very powerful Pokemon. But usually it's better when paired with fire types, obviously, as the skill would imply. So I kind of wanted to team build around it and go for top. But then I realized that the team was better off with the Typhlosion, obviously. And then no other fire types got it stronger than running my Raichus. No matter what the meal was, no matter, like... So I was like, well, my Raichus are very powerful. I'm just going to run the Raichus. But then I was like, but if I'm running the Raichus, maybe it'd be better if I just went to OGPP with the boosts that I have. You know what? If I'm at OGPP, 3.4 million, why not run, like, yeah, I'll lose a little bit of power, but my Gengar, it has health bonus and Berry Finding S, and its favorite berry. Maybe that'll be better, and sure enough, it's significantly better than running the Typhlosion, even with boosting the skill. So it kind of brings about the question of, is the Entei worth it here? Realistically, it's probably not, but I'm always for doing suboptimal decisions, if those suboptimal decisions are fun. And this way I can also get the Entei a little bit extra XP, which on Legendary Beasts is very difficult, since they are very rare to encounter, very rare to catch. Any XP on them is very well sought after, especially since you don't run them that often other than in preparation. So, and I am trying to get my Entei to level 50 where it unlocks Help Speed M, which is honestly a huge boon for the skill specialists. It's a huge boon for any specialist. But, so that's kind of my plans. It's probably either going to be Top Hollow or Old Gold Power Plant. I'm not too jazzed about Eevee candy on this account. I've already got 1,700 of it. If I wanted to, I could take my Espeon from level 30 to level 58 in literally one day, as long as I had the Dream Shards, which I do not have. That's a very big thing, big limiter. So, I have plenty of Eevee candy. I don't care about it. The big thing you're looking for is shinies, I guess. That's the biggest thing that's appealing to me in this event. And based off the wording of the event notice, it seems like Eevee itself is the only one that's going to be shiny boosted, which if that's the case, then we'd want an area that honestly has less Eevees spawning, or Eeveelutions spawning. Because if there are more Eeveelutions taking away the greater appearance rate, taking away spawns from Eevee itself, then realistically, if you're trying to shiny hunt the Eevee, you want there to be as little options of the greater spawn rate things to maximize the shiny potential on Eevee. So, and spawn encounters as well. So there's a lot of things to consider, I guess, if you really want to shiny hunt and maximize the Eevee. However, if it turns out that the Eeveelutions are also shiny boosted, I believe we figured that out in the data mine if I'm correct, then it's probably best to go to green grass, because green grass is where you're going to encounter the most amount of all of them together. So, I don't know. I think it's a really chill event, and it doesn't matter too much where you go. It's not one that's worth min-maxing too much. So I just put some, like, basic team prep. Decided to prep up some milk, prep up some corn, and go for desserts. I'm going to do a little bit of investment into the event, because I do want to reach some high highs. I think the main skills trigger times 1.5 is a huge boon, especially for skill specialists. And I just want to make the most out of my Entei, even if I don't use the fire, even if I don't use the Typhlosion in the end. Seeing that main skill proc is going to be cool. Anyway, I've delayed it long enough. Let's see what I saw last night in my sleep session. Now, interestingly, this account is sleeping again right now on the Go++. It's sitting on the table over there. I got around to this really late today because I've just had a busy day. So, lots of snoozing, it looks like. We're probably at snoozing type. Balanced. Man, my balance looks ridiculous compared to a lot of people's. It's like, it was, what was it, 47% slumbering, 47% snoozing, and then 6% slumbering, or dozing? Man. 103 drowsy power, 103 million drowsy power. That's pretty cool. Man, my charger's calling me out. Alrighty. Wait, Coco and Eevee. Wow. Talking all about Eevee, and we're seeing one now. And Jolteon. Man. Pre-Eevee week Eevees. We're also seeing an Aaron and two Shinxes. Out of all the stuff here, I think I'm most interested in the Aaron. I forgot a really good Shinx. I don't think I made it into a Luxray yet, but I'm always on the quest for an Aaron. I don't know why. It's not even that great. It's just one of my favorite Pokemon. I like Aggron. I think he's cool. So even if he's not that good, I want a good one. And I found a couple good Mono Sausage candidates. I probably don't need to be hunting it still. I definitely don't need to be hunting it still because I don't need what it offers. But I think it's cool, so I want a phenomenal one. So gosh darn it, it's what I'm going for. Even the min-maxers intentionally make suboptimal decisions sometimes. Oh wait, I forgot to change to Pokebiscuit. I'm probably out of Pokebiscuits. Yes, I am. So, we're spending some sleep points on another one of our Pokebiscuits in the shop. If there are still any of those left over by the end of the month, I will be buying every last one of them and stockpiling them for December. Yay! Crit when it had 1 point left. Woo! I could catch the Fuecoco also, but oh, you know what? I'll catch the Eevee. It's 1 pip away. I didn't even realize that until now. I'm sure some of you guys were yelling at your screens like, catch the Eevee, why not? I didn't notice it, so we're catching the Eevee today. Okay, so I got 2 things to review for you. Thank you, Neroli. Always making serious strides to that man. As for what candy to send out, I think the play here is the Aaron candy. I'm going to send it out as the Lyron, because I think that's cooler. Alrighty. Maybe the Fuecoco or the Sprigatito is better play, but I don't know. Aaron's more Old Gold Power Plant exclusive. It's a lot more difficult to come across that candy. So, Aaron, what are your stats? Impish. I'm trying to remember what Impish Nature is. I think that's an ingredient finding up one. Maybe. I think it has something to do with ingredients. I don't remember if it's up or down, though. So this could be really good or really bad. Or it could be neutral and I'm just not thinking anything. Well, he's got an ABC list, which kind of sucks. He's got good stats, and its ingredients down. Ugh. Okay, never mind. This dude sucks. Yep, that guy goes straight to the bin. And then for Eevee, like I said, I don't really care too much about the image. Ugh. Timid nature is bad in this game. Nothing wants timid nature. That's speed down, XP gains up, I believe. Which is one of the worst natures in the game. It's got skill level up, which makes it a little bit cheaper, so that's kind of interesting, but not worth any kind of investment where I'm at in the game. So, well, that's all I found this morning, or this night. Well, I guess it is the morning now. It's 1:16 a.m., everybody. I'm a night owl, so it's no big deal. I'd be up this time anyway, so, yeah. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to me, especially when you guys leave comments. I love responding to comments when I get a chance to. So please say something. It's pretty fun. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.